let's get one thing straight right away. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7 is fun, insanely fun, and that's something we haven't said about a phone in a while. After a full week of using it daily, indoors and out, this phone constantly drew attention, sparked curiosity, and simply made everyday tasks feel fresh again. You don't get that with just any smartphone, so let's talk about why this might be Samsung's most enjoyable phone to date. But also, let's be fair, it's not perfect. There are issues, some obvious, others a bit more frustrating, but overall, it's an exciting device that dares to stand out in this section. We'll dive into everything that makes the Galaxy Z Flip 7 special and a few things that hold it back. First impressions, the most unique phone in public right out of the gate, the Z Flip 7 catches your eye. Folded shut, it looks like a sleek, futuristic square. It doesn't resemble a typical smartphone. That alone makes it interesting, and people notice. In public spaces, whether on a train or walking in a park, strangers look over. Some even ask questions. What is that? They'll say, that's something no slab phone gives you anymore. That level of curiosity, that sense of owning something distinct, and that distinctiveness isn't just about looks, it's also about how it feels in your hand. It's compact when folded, yet opens up to a full-size device. You can flip it open with one hand or use it folded to check notifications or navigate with maps. And yes, using maps on that outer display just feels cool. It feels new again. The cover screen, the real star of the show, the biggest and most impactful upgrade this year. It's that full cover screen. Gone is the clunky folder-style design from earlier models. In its place is a stunning, nearly edge-to-edge display with the thinnest bezels Samsung has ever delivered. Yes, Motorola got there first with their Razr 40 Ultra, but Samsung's Flip 7 takes it a step further. The bezels are even thinner than on Moto's latest Razr 50 Ultra, and Samsung achieved this by shrinking the internal components and replacing the traditional waterproof rubber seal with a water-resistant coating. That's some clever engineering, and the result, the most futuristic-looking phone in your pocket today. Now, to be clear, the cover screen isn't a full smartphone interface out of the box by default. It's focused on widgets. Swiping left shows you a variety of widgets. Swiping right, you get your notifications. In the middle, you'll find your home screen with the time, battery level, and a wallpaper of your choice. Here's the catch. You can't customize the widgets directly from the cover screen. You need to open the phone to do that. A bit inconvenient. Yes, but still, the utility is solid. Running full apps on the cover screen, yes. It's possible. Here's where the Flip 7 gets really fun. You can run full apps on the cover screen. Now, it's a labs feature, so technically experimental. You'll need to go into settings, find apps allowed on cover screen, and enable apps like YouTube, Maps and WhatsApp. It's not turned on by default. Don't want to take it even further. Use Samsung's Good Lock app, specifically the multi-star module. With that, you can run almost any app on the cover screen. You can even resize the window, go full screen, or leave room for the camera cutout. It's flexible and it works surprisingly well. Even the reviewer's own wallpaper app ran fine on the cover screen. Not only could they browse, but they could even apply wallpapers straight from the outer display. That's impressive. But most importantly, everyday tasks like navigating with maps or calling an Uber feel better. You're holding a tiny flat square with solid grip and lightweight construction. Much more comfortable than holding a big slab phone with one hand. The Fold. Still a joy in 2025. Let's talk about what makes this phone special. The Fold. Yes, the Z Fold 7 technically offers more. It opens into a full tablet. But the Flip 7 has a charm of its own. It folds in half, which means it's smaller in your pocket, easier to hold, and incredibly fun to use in flex mode. What's flex mode? It's when you prop the phone up at a 90-degree angle. This lets you watch YouTube without a stand. Use the bottom half as a trackpad while browsing the web. Take hands-free selfies using the rear camera while seeing yourself on the cover screen. And since the cover screen sits right beside the camera, you can easily line up shots. It's like having a mini vlogging camera that fits in your jeans. The build quality helps too. It's only 6.5 millimeters thin when unfolded, making it the thinnest phone in its shape since the Galaxy S25 Edge. It's also just 188 grams, around 30 grams, lighter than the S25 Ultra, despite sharing the same display size on paper. In real usage, it feels even better than numbers suggest. It's lighter, thinner, and simply more enjoyable to hold. Camera quality surprisingly great, with a catch now. Let's get into the camera. No, it's not new. It's the same main sensor Samsung's used since the Galaxy S22. That means it's getting a little old, but you wouldn't know it from the results. Photos look sharp, colors pop, portrait mode gives nice background separation. Night shots are solid. The processing still holds up, but where the Flip 7 shines is in selfies. Why? Because you can use the main camera as a selfie shooter while previewing the shot on the cover screen. That means better quality selfies than you'd get with any front-facing sensor. And yes, you can even shoot video that way. Just fold the phone, set it down, and hit record. Instant vlogging setup. One weird bug. though you can't record 4K 60 fps video using the cover screen, only 4K 30. That seems like a mistake, and it's probably something Samsung will fix in a software update. But aside from that, this is a very capable camera system for most users and, especially for creators. Price. Surprisingly competitive. Here's something unexpected. The Flip 7 is priced at $1,099, the same price as the Galaxy S25 Edge. In some regions, like the UK, it's even £50 cheaper. And with pre-order deals, trade-in offers and bundles, the effective price often drops even lower. When you think about everything the Flip 7 offers: folding screen, cover screen, flagship performance, premium design, it's actually a very competitive deal. So here's the question: why would anyone pick the S25 Edge over this? But it's not perfect. 3 major issues. Let's now talk about the downsides, because as fun as this phone is, it has some real problems. 3 big ones, to be exact. 1. Overheating, a real problem. This phone runs hot. Not just when using heavy apps, but sometimes even when idle. It can get warm in your pocket doing nothing at all, and outdoors, it's worse. Even light tasks like browsing or texting can make the Flip 7 heat up quickly. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 only overheats in direct sunlight, but the Flip 7, it happens more frequently. Samsung says there's a larger vapor chamber inside this model, but it doesn't seem to be doing enough. That's a problem for daily use, especially in warm climates. 2. Isn't enough. Unlike the Fold 7, which uses the powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, also called Snapdragon 8 Elite, the Flip 7 gets the Exynos 2500, and that's where things go downhill. Benchmark scores show that the Exynos 2500 underperforms heavily. Not only is it slower than the Snapdragon version, but it even falls behind the Flip 5 in some tests. Worse yet, it throttles quickly, reducing performance over time in real usage. It's mostly okay, but occasional lag and stutter show up as when multitasking or using demanding apps. And in some cases, like Google Photos, the app failed to work at all. It got stuck loading the photo library, and nothing helped, not even reinstalling. Is it the Exynos chip's fault? Maybe, or maybe just a glitch, but it's something to keep in mind. 3. Battery life, still not great. The Flip 7 has a slightly larger battery than its predecessor, but that doesn't mean great battery life. Most days ended with around 15% remaining, even with moderate use. That's okay, but not impressive. If you're a light user, it might get you through the day, but power users will need to top up in the evening compared to the S25 Plus, S25 Ultra, or even the Fold 7. This is one of the weaker points of the Flip 7 experience. Bonus complaint: no telephoto camera. This one is subjective, but still worth noting. The Flip 7 has only 2 cameras, main and ultra-wide. That's it. No telephoto. You do get 10x digital zoom, and thanks to Samsung's AI, the results are okay, but not as sharp as what you'd get with a dedicated telephoto lens like on the Fold 7 or S25 Ultra. So if you zoom a lot, this might be a compromise. Final thoughts: still one of the most enjoyable phones here. The bottom line: the Galaxy Z Flip 7 isn't perfect. It has thermal issues, weaker performance compared to Snapdragon models, and just average battery life. But despite all that, it's still a joy to use. It's compact, it's stylish, it's flexible, and it makes smartphone usage feel fun again. That's not something we can say about most phones today. If you're someone who values the experience of using your phone, the tactile feel, the compact form factor, the versatility of folding and propping up your device, the Flip 7 delivers something genuinely special, and for many users that might be worth more than raw performance or big battery numbers.